Hello friends, today in this video we will be going through the population forecasting. This population forecasting topic is very important in water supply engineering, in which for determining the design discharge of the water supply scheme, we need to assess the population of the design prior. So for determining that population for the design year, we need to determine this population. So for forecasting population, we have different methods. Like for example, for population forecasting, first is our arithmetic increase method. Second is our geometric increase method. So third is our incremental increase method. Likewise, fourth is our decrease rate of growth method. So likewise, at fifth we have logistic curve method. At sixth we have simple graphical method. At seventh we have comparative we have that comparative graphical method. At eighth we have master plan or zoning method. Likewise, at where we reach ninth, we have ratio method. So these are the methods of population forecasting for water supply scheme in the design period. So you know that we need to assess the population of any locality for conducting any water supply project, because we need to fulfill the water demand for the entire population for the design year. So these are the various methods for which we can design water supply scheme by forecasting population. And the first four method: arithmetic increase method, geometric increase method, incremental increase method, and is your decrease rate of growth method. We will be dealing with these first four method in this series. So for a complete video, you just watch the complete series of this series. Now first is our arithmetic increase method, and it is generally used for large and old cities that has practically reached at its maximum limit. Okay, this is used for those large cities that has practically reached to its maximum limit, that is already developed or / old cities. So already developed or old cities, this arithmetic increase method is generally used. Likewise, we can say that for those places where population has been saturated, so that is for those places where population has been in its saturation state. So saturation state. So this is the basic use of arithmetic increase method. So for what you say, for determining the population by arithmetic increase method, we need to know a certain formula here. So population and nth decade is given by Pn equals to P naught plus n x bar, where the symbol Pn denotes the population after nth time unit. So this time unit may be in anything, it might be in year or might be in decade. So usually it is in decade. Decade means 10 years period. Likewise, P naught is your last known population. N is your number of decades or time interval in year or number of decades. Usually it is in decades. So number of decades, usually it is in decades. So number of decades, it is time unit. So it is time unit. Likewise, x bar is your average increase in population. So average increase in population is your x bar. Likewise, so we will go through our numerical portion of this section, so that we can get and apply the arithmetic increase method concept in a numerical portion. So we will go through that portion. So friend, we have a question of arithmetic increase method in which we need to determine the population after 2 and 5 decades of last known population from the following sets of data. Here we have population given in one row, and in the year in which the population census was taken is given in decades up to 1970. So we need to assess the population after 2 decades, that is 1990, and after 5 decades, that is 2020. So we need to assess the population of these 2 years. So for this we need to assess the solution. As here we can write year is given in one of the column and population is given in another column. So so year is your 1930, 1940, 1950, 1960 and 1970. So this is the population, year in which the population is given, and in 1930 population is 25,000, in 1940 28,000, and 1950 there is 34,000 population, in 1960 there is 42,000, and in 1970 the population is 47,000. Now we need to assess, we need to determine the population in 1990, that is after 2 decades, that is P 1990 equals to what? Likewise, we need to determine population in after 5 decades, that is 5 decade is your 1990 plus 50 years. 1919 plus 50 is your 1970 plus 50 years. 1970 plus 50 year is your 2020. That is population in 2020 equals to what? So for determining the population using arithmetic increase method, all we need to do is to write the increase in population, write the population that has been increased. Population that has been increased we need to write in one column. So all we know that the formula of this is Pn equals to P naught plus n x bar, where x bar is your average increase in population. So this it is average increase in population. So we need to write increase in population in one column. So increase in population, so increase in population in one column. So if this is your we can write this. Now if this is population 1, this may be population 2, population 3, population 4, population 5. So we need to determine this increase in population, so that may be written as x. Okay, x. This may be written as population p. Now in 1930 the population is 25,000, 1940 the population is 28,000. So how much population has been increased in 10-year period, that is 1 decade. The population has been increased from P2 to P1, that is your 28,000 minus 25,000, that equals to your 3,000. So this is your increase in population. So you can write this value as x1. Okay, so for understanding I am saying all these things. So what is the increase in population in another decade is 34,000 minus 28,000. What is the value of 34,000 minus 28,000 is your 6,000 increase in population. So 34,000 minus 28,000 is your 6,000 number of people have been increased. So it may be x2. Likewise, from 1950 to 1960 population has been increased by 42,000 minus 34,000, that is P4 minus P3 equals to your 8,000 is your x3. Likewise, in 1970 population was 47,000, 1960 population was 42,000. The increase in population in this 10-year period is given as 47,000 minus 42,000, that yields to be increase in population by 5,000 number of population. So it might be x4. So this is all your increase in population. We have written the now we need to assess the average of population in this decade. So we need to average the population. So average increase in population is given by, this is your x bar, that is can be written as x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 by 4, because we have 4 increase in population. So we need to write divided by 4. So x1 is your 3,000 plus 6,000 plus 8,000 plus 5,000 divided by 4, that gives 6 plus 3 9 plus 8 17 plus 5 22 by 4, that is your 5.5. So 5,500 numbers. This is your increase in population. So this is the increase in population. Now we need to assess the population. Now we need to assess the population in 1990. Population in 1990 equals to population of last known year plus n x bar. Here population of last known year is population in 1970, that is 47,000 plus the number of decades. The number of decades after the last known decade is your 2 decades. So 2 decade is we have 1970 and 1990. So here in this we have 2 decades. So I write 2 here. In x bar is your average increase in population. So what is the average increase in population is 5,500. So if we solve this, we get the value as 47,000 plus 2 into 5500, that will 858,000. So 58,000 numbers will be the total number of population in 1990. So likewise, population in 5 decades, that is population in 2020 will be P naught plus nx bar. So P naught is your 4700 plus 5 into 5500. So that yields to be the value as 5 74,500 numbers. So this is the way we can execute the simple arithmetic increase in population method. So thank you. So guys, if you think this video as useful, you can like and share to your friends, and for such videos you can subscribe to this channel as well. Thank you, and we will meet in another video soon.